welcome to Producing from One Student to Another. My name is Mercedes, and I'm a singer-songwriter. While I've been producing for a while as well, I still consider myself to be a student, still learning a lot every day. So this is going to be a little series where I'm sharing some of the things that I've been learning, and I'm also just going to be trying some new things. For this first episode, I'll be opening up my DAW, which is FL Studio, and going through some plugins that I've never used before. We're gonna learn how they work. So let's get into it. I'm gonna watch a video on YouTube because YouTube is a great place to learn a lot of things. And then I'm gonna hop into FL Studio and check it out for myself. This is In the Mix. These are actually videos that I watched a lot, where he describes different things in FL Studio and gives tutorials about it. Really cool YouTuber. I would definitely suggest checking him out if you're still learning. So
I'm going to start on the volume because it's sort of the easiest to wrap your head around. So if I select the empty slot here, we'll see that this envelope has C and here, but when the graph is at the top, all the volume gets through. When it's at the bottom, none of the volume gets through. Now we can edit these points by left clicking on them and dragging.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna jump in and start using it. So I play piano. So a lot of times the first thing I do is set up a piano. Sometimes I'll switch it to like another sound, another more interesting sound later, but it's easy for me to think in terms of a piano in at least the beginning stages of when I'm building a melody. So I usually start out with a piano. Okay, and then we can add in, let me put in like a better kick. I like this snap. And what else do I like? Bass maybe. That did nothing. Sometimes things do nothing and I don't know why. I have to figure out why when I want them to do something, they don't do anything. Like, what are they supposed to do? Are they in a different category that like trumps another category? Took a minute for me to put this beat together, but that's okay. So this is a regular. And now I'm going to add gross beat. Oh, I like this. I feel like I'm a DJ. I definitely think this is something that I could use. It's something that I'm having fun with it now, but something that I can have fun with when I'm like building a whole beat or even a whole song with. I wonder how this sounds on a vocal. Maybe another time. So that's pretty cool that that's what that does. The next one I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pick out at random. How about the Fruity Fast Distortion? Alright, looks like this. Let's look up how to use it. Distortion. So this is a bit of an older video. It's from 2014, so it's obviously not FL Studio 20, which is the latest version, what I'm using. I think it's like 20.8 or something right now. But the plugin looks the same, and more often than not, these videos usually translate. Not a lot whole lot changes with the stock and what they come into, what they come with. Probably just like bugs and stuff is the updates that they're making. I don't know, but let's keep
going. And it was more distorted at high values. That's because if you put more signal into the distortion is affecting it a lot more than if you put a lower volume into it. And that's just how these particular types of distortion work.
So this is on the kick. Already it's like pretty distorted. So basically these knobs are kind of just like a way of angling this differently, changing the distortion, changing what levels the distortion appears at, how much distortion is put on. That's on like really high, and that's on very low. So this is like, you can hear that buzz, that distortion, but very little. And now you can hear it like over everything. So we're gonna have it there. And with this, it's like nothing is getting distorted because the threshold is all the way low. We're gonna turn it up, and it gets like that, then that's like everything is getting distorted. So we're gonna bring it to a middle. Okay, so that's cool. So for our next one, we're gonna put it on the snap, and this one is going to be, drum roll. These are all visual. They look really cool. I'm like, what's wave candy? It's visual. Where these visual things show up. Whatever. This next one is going to be color mapper. Why not? Please open inside a patcher. No, not doing it. Don't you dare just load one up. Delete. Okay, this will be going to, let's try Fruity Flangus. Okay. Alright, so it looks like this. Now let's go and look up.
Depending on how many you want. So we have this depth option right here. It controls how far the pitch oscillation can go.
Okay.
And we start seeing we get some stereo action here. Now speed controls the frequency of the feedback being fed in. So how fast it's fed back in. So we have more flangers on top of each other.
I was like, where is this? Because I was thinking, where is this visual coming from? And he has it right here. I don't know if you could see it because it's so small. But he has it on here, which is so useful. I mean, at least if you're making videos and stuff. I'm gonna find out how to use that little dancing girl, little dancing thing. Girl with like the green hair. I'm gonna figure out how to use that later. Alright, so have the flangus playing over the snap. See if I can solo this. I feel like this gives it a little bit of a brighter sound. This gives it more of a natural sound. Maybe this is just natural. It's like, yeah. Okay. That definitely like brought the frequency down. He said speed is the speed of the frequency. So here you can hear it's like higher pitched and here it's lower. Okay, not like anything crazy. It's not like by a full note or anything because it's not gonna do that. So this is like super delay. Okay, so I think this is one that you can just like play around with. Change the sound of the snap, or of the drums, or whatever you have. Make it having more depth. Not as much speed. And then let's put a bit of a delay on here. Speed spread. Alright, well, those are the 3 plugins I have. On the piano I put in Gross Beat. This is probably my favorite for today. How you're able to just like change it so much with all of these different presets and buttons here is really cool. I didn't really touch the attack or the release in here. I kind of got too excited about what this was doing, so yeah. But that was Gross Beat. For Fruity Fast Distortion, it was pretty straightforward. I put it on the kick drum. It allows you to put some distortion on your sounds. You get to control where the distortion pops up, how much distortion is in there, the volume of it, etc. And for the snap, the Fruity Flangus, anything you can do to make things more unique and more to what you feel and what you're hearing in your head. All these tools are like really useful to help you do that. So great learning moment. I think some of these I may use in the future, especially Gross Beat probably, because that one was really but yeah, thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you today. This was fun.